Is that his name, the sportsman?
Never heard of him.
He's a villain.
Okay.
That's how I looked at. Like, what's the first appearance of the sports something? Right, 1947. I'll never afford his book.
One of them, huh?
1947. I'm like, oh, I guess that's golden age. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask anybody what gold age for 47.
Like, there's only certain people who can talk about that stuff. I'm not necessarily one of them.
All right. Well, we need to find somebody that can tell me who the sportsman is or whatever his name is.
Talk to Man Cave. He'd be your guy.
Okay. Man Cave it is.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Man, I have been excited about having this stream. I mean, I've come up with the perfect analogy. When this is like a birthday. This is like a birthday where it's like my birthday. I'm getting to open all the presents, and I know all of them are.
Ooh. And you have rich parents that can get you the good stuff.
That's true too, because I'm not rich, but I can spoil myself every once in a while. But I'm thrilled to be able to break it open live. We've got some AOKs in there from Unruly Simian. He's here in the house already. Purchase from Comichead 84. I bought I chased a variant. Like I overspent on a variant cover.
You got a variant? Oh, ain't that nothing?
I know.
Look at that. Disco's here. I was with you at 9 a.m. and now it's 9 p.m.
Let's shout out everybody that's joining us so far. We got Matthew Poe. He's here from the model kit crowd.
Booby boo.
We got Magic Lasso. Thanks for joining us, Lasso. It will be an excellent haul for sure.
Yes, it will.
And we've got the unruliest of Simians joining us. Thanks for coming, Unruly. Disco, man, good seeing you live again.
Y'all been discovered. I like that.
That's a good one. And we've got Ben Compton. Thanks for coming, Ben. And
Lasso. I'll DM you. I have a question for you about Wonder Woman later. I'm going to ask you about and its ridiculousness. But I'll DM you.
Okay. And we've got Gore Vidal joining us. Thanks for joining us, Gore.
I'll tell you, Gore is down with us like four flats. He's always with us.
Yeah, it's this a sign of the apocalypse that I bought a variant. The Comicopolis? Or is it Comichead? Comichead. It's easier to pronounce.
It's easier to say, yeah.
So I'm going to get started. And the first couple things I'm going to show are not comic books.
Oh, really?
No, but...
So I shouldn't squish this one?
Related. Well, that one's squishy.
Ooh.
I did the usual cut the package open, but not unbox any of the innards. Over New York Comic Con, saw an IG post by the Jack Kirby Museum that they were selling these T-shirts at their booth.
Oh. And
they're also available on their website. So I was like, sold.
There's a Jack Kirby Museum?
Yeah, it's a virtual museum where they like kind of are the gatekeepers of the Kirby name, as far as I'm concerned. Bless you.
Sorry about that. So is that where you go when you don't have a honey hole to go to during lunch? You go to the virtual Kirby Museum online?
Nah, I just see their IG posts. But
it's nice.
Coming to a Saturday morning stream near you. So we've got that. And then let's look at this big one. So this is also not a comic book, but definitely pop culture related. And something we kind of discussed on some recent Saturday morning shows. We talked about, had an episode about our favorite vehicles in pop culture. And I went and bought a model kit that I didn't make of one of my favorite vehicles in pop culture, the Phoenix. From when I was a kid, it was Battle of the Planets. The more kind of the more highbrow versions called the Gotcha Man, the Ninja Force Gotcha Man, or something like that, as it would be in the original Japanese.
Nice.
So this is a Japanese model kit from a company called Academy. And they're all the Japanese companies, they blow me out of the water as far as what they're able to do, because they've got 100 engineers working for them. You know, I got people in China that don't speak my language, so I do all right for.
That's sweet, though.
I
Are
get
you
by.
actually going to build that?
I will. I'm guessing probably over a Christmas break or something like that. Look at this.
Wow.
I'm guessing that's Japanese.
Japanese. I mean, is it news that Japanese people wear masks? I
No.
think that's kind of the Michael Jackson or Chinese.
They're the OG mask wearers.
Yeah, every time I see Michael Jackson over there, he's wearing a mask.
See Michael Jackson over there?
Oh, yeah. Of course, he's masking like 500 bodyguards. This stack or this stack?
We'll go with that one right there.
How about this much?
Yep.
All right.
So what do we got here? All right. So these are just, I'll run through some pickups from local area shops first. We've got Todd Morton joining us. He ordered the same kit. Good to see you, Todd. So these are from flea markets in the area. I got 3 of them within driving distance. They don't have outstanding stuff, but picked up X-Men Alpha Flight miniseries. Picked up these on the cheap just to go in my I think we're going to do a 500 sub giveaway. We're at like 460 or something like that right now.
Okay.
So I've been stacking stuff just to give away. Recently did a series of videos with Metarog on John Byrne. Metarog, and I keep forgetting the other gentleman's name we did the video on. And I hate myself for that.
There was one too many black people in your life, I understand.
That's what it is.
No.
But got issue 1, first print and second print. I didn't know what the significance was of the stripes on those.
Mm-hmm.
We got first and second print, number 1, issue 2, issue 3,
Purple,
and issue 7, just because had a bunch of other odd filler issues, and that one looked the most interesting. And then I didn't know if this had anything to do with Sam Alexander, if this was his first series or not. I figured if it was, it'd be worth getting. Yeah, as Nova. If not, it's $2 purchase. And then I found a couple things from my buddy Coach Vic, because I'm not going to leave him hanging without getting him something. So
oh, so open it.
No,
Or are you gonna tell me what it is?
You already got it.
Oh,
so this is Adventures of Superman, I believe number 600. Seawood, how you doing, Seawood?
What's up, C?
He knows what issue lies within that, and of course, I bought it for my friend Coach Vic because he's a Steel fan, and that's the first appearance of Steel.
Best comic book movie ever, Steel, starring Shaq.
Not Green Lantern. We're not going to talk about Green Lantern on this channel anymore.
We're not going to talk about Steel anymore either, but sweet. Ooh, hardware. Now we're talking.
I figured you probably already had it, issue 1, but looks like a reader copy.
Nice.
And then I've looked at this one dealer like 5 times. I pulled some of the other issues from this run for you before. I didn't think they had this one in there, but I found it buried. Oh. Super Pro number 1.
Oh, number 1? Wow, yep. That looks good too. Oh.
Seawood says I must have 10 copies of that Adventure 500.
Bearded Comic Bro is going to be jealous of this. Number 1. Sweet.
It was Heroes to Icons. Thanks,
That's
Unruly
it.
Simian.
Thank you. Yes.
That I did the John Byrne streams with.
Guest starring Spider-Man too. Miles Morales and football.
They had to ensure that sale so they put Spider-Man in it.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Let's go with that next little short stack there. What we got? All right. So this is another local shop where I picked up a bunch of these issues of She-Hulk. If you want to get the She-Hulk and the Moon Knight, you better get it before Disney Plus Day. So these were all just $2 a piece, something like that. Nice. And I don't know that any of them are key, but you know how this game works. That something happens in the show that reflects what happened in this very issue, and this one's going to be a $1 million comic book.
Like, hey, this is the first time she lifted a car. It's worth $10,000.
I mean, we've got the Mike Mayhew covers on most of these anyway, so they're just worth getting.
And that was the Wizard Book of the Month. Is that the Wizard magazine?
It was a Wizard magazine. Wow, I didn't think Wizard was still in business when that came out. I got this little run with Titania.
Oh, nice.
It looked like a 3-parter, and that was the end of the run.
Oh, perfect.
On that run of She-Hulk.
I like this cover.
Dan Slott did 2 runs on She-Hulk, and they were both, from what I understand, were really kind of funny. And they're supposed to be making the She-Hulk TV show, you know, kind of a funny.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a comedy.
So I figure they're going to pull something out of this.
Who was Mayhew? Is that his name?
Yeah, Mike Mayhew is the cover artist.
Okay, well, who's the guy with the blockhead?
Don't know.
Yes, Mayhew written around.
It was the signature of the artist. Yeah, I'm not sure if somebody in the chat knows. He's got to be just like a one-off guy.
His name,
or somebody that's really obvious, and I'm totally blanking.
And please tell me his name is not Blockhead.
Tricky Trapster, fellow Hoosier. Good to see you. So I recently read for the first time Avengers Disassembled, which was when Brian Michael Bendis broke apart the original Avengers and then rebuilt it as New Avengers, which they're kind of basing some of the new movies on and stuff like that. But between Avengers Disassembled and New Avengers was this Avengers finale, which I had never picked up. So found that in one of those bins.
Now, is this after Civil War?
No, it would have been before Civil War.
Okay.
I got a What If the Kingpin owned Daredevil.
Nice.
Always a fan of the What Ifs, and especially a fan of Daredevils. And then this book made a list, and I was like, it's a list book. It's a list book for $2.
$2.
Young Avengers presents Patriot. I think there is some value in this one. If people are seeing value in the Hawkeye one, I think there's going to be value in this one eventually.
Patriot was in whatever that TV show was,
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon. And you really should let him stay with the rest of the family. Since his granddaddy lives with me. Get my own. I get it.
I'll think about it. It might be yours one day, but they had this one too, and I figured if I was going to pick up the other one, hopefully might
now. Do you have the whole
be a
set?
thing someday? No,
do you have the whole set?
Those are the only 2 I have of that.
Now, do you feel that? See, this is where I get in trouble. I feel the need then to have the whole set.
None of that. You think each of these was a one-off story featuring each character of the Young Avengers? I'm still trying to complete the original Young Avengers run. I've got all the keys, and I think I'm missing like 3 just filler issues. C. Wood says he always liked that Avengers finale book. Have it on my wall with multiple SIGs. Nice one.
Nice.
Do you prefer She-Hulk Savage or Sensational? Sensational. Yeah,
sensational.
Especially if I don't like the big muscle builder version they've got right now. Although it honestly does make sense, but
yeah, then I agree with him.
She kind of sexy, so not the muscle builder one, the regular, not so built.
She's no Megan Morris.
Don't know who that is.
That's Martian Manhunter's niece.
Okay,
I'm keeping it in the Green family.
Super pro implies the existence of a super amateur. All right.
Never mind.
Let's see.
It's like my whole adult movie stars thing. They can't all be stars.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. All right. So what do you got here?
All right. So I figured I'm going to have this big show tonight. I ran out to one of these little places today, and I was like, I'll go in. Maybe I'll find something. It'll be like the cherry on top. Right. So this is the haul I got just today. Again, from the John Byrne, going back to that John Byrne series I did.
Heroes and Icons.
and Metarog. Metarog showed these issues of Marvel Teen-Up
Yeah.
that John Byrne drew. And I think this was the first appearance of the Daughters of the Dragon, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong about that, but in any case, both issues feature the Daughters of the Dragon and Iron Fist. But Metarog was showing that off, so that was one of the things I picked up from just doing that series. I was like, I gotta keep my eye out for those.
Oh, see, you gotta love a good afro in a comic book. A good blue afro.
They were always blue. And then I couldn't remember if this was one of the Riri keys. I think this might be the first issue they call her Ironheart. I can't remember for sure.
Oh, really?
But I asked Victor if he had one. He said yes. So I'm like, I got one too then.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And this one is another one for you.
Ooh, the 18. What was that? B.A. Baracus?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't watch the TV show.
You didn't? It's like he's got to be a Mr. T fan.
Oh, I didn't say I wasn't a Mr. T fan. I think it's ridiculous that Rocky beat him in the movie. Come on, Clubber Lang. His name is Clubber. Rock, get him again, Rock. Yeah, this is sweet. Tell you a book that I just searched for the other day that I'm going to buy is Derek Storm. Nice Storm. See, I've been watching Castle lately, and he had this character Derek Storm, and they made 2 comic books based on it that they advertised throughout the TV show. And I found them on eBay for $20.
Oh, so somebody actually made them then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I saw somebody selling both of them for $2.95. Still wrapped. Yeah. Guess which ones I got?
Unruly Simian. I'm in a plane. I don't know.
That must be an 18 thing.
Could be.
Dun, dun, dun,
I love when a plan comes together. That's all I know. I think that book might have made a list too. Either that or TiVo
really?
from Lords of the Long Box was just talking about it as a book he thought might be worth specking on. That all these pop culture kind of reference books are worth specking on.
Okay.
So these 2 books are a few older eBay purchases that I showed on Saturday morning, but I didn't figure they got that much publicity, so I pulled them out for this. A fresher issue of Uncanny X-Men 160, the first appearance of Magic as a hero with powers. Her Ileana Rasputin's original appearance was Giant Size X-Men 1. So she got.
What's the blue guy's name again?
The blue guy is Nightcrawler.
That's it.
Yeah. So was looking for that one for a while. Found it, picked it up.
Nice.
And then
Wait a second. Is that his shadow there?
Where?
That's nice on the X-Men font.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So this was a book that I've been looking for about 6 or 9 months. Wanted one, didn't have the money, then had the money, and so I bought one. It's not as quite as fresh as I would have liked, but the price was right. I couldn't pass it up. It's got I think a spine split at top and bottom, about 1 inch on each end, and then the crease, the main crease for the cover, is pretty weak. So I need to handle it gingerly. I do want to read it. I flipped through it. There's definitely an issue. I think I want to probably upgrade, get something that I can handle and actually read and not feel like it's about to fall apart. So, but this is Fantastic Four Annual number 6, the first appearance of both Annihilus and the birth of Franklin Richards. So
the birth out of nowhere, right? Or did you ever get to the bottom of that?
It was not nowhere. I was misinformed. So Man Cave, good to see you, man.
Yes. Man Cave. I have a question for you too.
Hit him up in those DMs. I'm guessing that's the Fantastic Four. Okay.
Might be Super Pro 1.
so I was like totally jazzed because I saw an Instagram post by Ross Ritchie telling us about the release of the Something's Killing the Children Deluxe Edition, and they're going to do the special slipcover on the hardback, and they were only going to do the slipcase for this first initial order of the first printing of the hardback.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent a message to my LCS. I was like, you got to get this book for me. And they're like, it's going to be too late. You're not going to get one. I'm like, but he was just telling us about it on Instagram. They're like, but
Dun, dun, dun.
I got one.
Nice.
So you'll notice it's still wrapped because I wasn't sure if I was getting it for investment purposes or because I just truly wanted a nice single edition of this. I do have all the issues except for the A cover of number 1 and none of the other variant. Well, I've got a couple variants of issue 1, but none of the other like super high dollar
Nice.
late printings of the later issues. But
open it up. What's the front of the book like? Look like?
you can go on YouTube, and there are people that will actually open it and show it to you. No, but I'm still deciding whether or not I'll keep it or let it go when the movie hits, or I don't know. In any case, I do want to buy a hardback, but I'm like super disappointed that like
all right, this is coming.
after this came out, Boom came out and said, we're sorry that not everybody that wanted one got one, so we're going to do it again in January, but instead of having silver printing, it's going to have white printing.
Let's see. At least you can tell the difference between the second print and the first print. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm with you. I understand.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Unruly said he's going to stick with the non-slipcase hardcover. I'm definitely going to pick one of those up.
What? This package just feels a little unruly.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's a bit thick for the one book that I was expecting.
Tank.
So this is the shipment from Unruly Simian, and I'd remarked on one of his Instagram posts about a book he showed. And he's like, hey, I got extras. I'll send you one. All right. Special note. Jay Hood, enjoy, brother. The 2 Spidey covers are for Coach Vic.
Oh, hey. These are the strays I like to catch. This goes in the keep bubble wrap stack.
Oh, man. I'll hide that so it gets the proper adieu it deserves. So this is the book that I had remarked about. This is the Virgin Bill Sienkiewicz cover of Gun Honey. I was going to say Gun Girl. That wasn't right. Gun Honey.
Gun Honey?
Yep. I complained because I had to settle for the Adam Hughes one. Our LCS is out of the Bill Sienkiewicz one. But he graciously attached...
You keeping this?
No. Second book behind it. So let's see what that is.
That is nice.
Lasso says the cover reminds him of Gal Gadot of most things too. Band Cave, you gotta be careful what you say around Unruly. He's known for swinging the AOKs with extreme prejudice. There you go. All right, so the second book is it's a variant of the Apartment of Truth. Yikes. There you go. And it's got a certificate of authenticity from Bird City Comics. Bird City Comics exclusive variant Virgin Limited 500. I
think they're one of the sponsors for Bueller.
Okay. I believe this one was a store variant too, but I'm not sure about that. I know the standard cover with the logo on it used that artwork, the A cover.
That's pretty cool. What issue is that?
I'm not sure, but it's definitely cool.
Yes, it is.
I did pick up the first issue of that when it came out. I haven't kept up on it, but so there's yours.
All right.
Oh, nice.
2 turntables and a microphone. Oh man. Iron Man 12. Here, you gonna hold that up. That is a very cool variant. I love it. Yes.
Yep.
It's a good thing I didn't do my top 10 list yet, because this is definitely in the top 10.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the artist, but I know that cover's been really hot.
Oh, nice.
Hello, High LA Comic Bro. Thanks for joining us. Oh, yeah, I got one of those too.
Nice.
Very cool.
I don't think I have one in this color. I don't know what the colors mean. Yeah, Jamie always talked about, there's a sucker born every minute. And I'm like, yep, his name is Victor. See, when Jamie's not around to keep me from buying stuff, I'll buy just about anything. Now, how many covers of House of Slaughter I have? I have like 15 covers. Okay, no,
be
not
careful
really.
with that spine.
Okay.
Raza is the name of the artist on the Iron Man.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Nice. I'll look for more about him. Nice. Thank you, Unruly.
Thank you for sure.
I appreciate this. Nice.
Perfect books for my man, Coach Vic.
Yes.
All right, so next up, I've got a nice big box here from a gentleman named Kenny H, also known as Comichead 84. And the box seemed heavy. I bought one book from him. He was trying to. Did you see the book he got?
Mm-mm.
He went out and got himself a big boy grail.
Oh, I think I did see that.
He got the first appearance of the Justice League.
Yes. Yes.
Much respect for that, Comichead 84. That's definitely a big boy pickup. You don't see him very often. Looks like that, changing hands. So I helped fund that, I guess, by I bought a book that he was going to put up for auction on, I think, Strictly Comics, and he just didn't get to it. And I saw him advertised on IG. I was like, oh, what were you thinking on that? And we struck a deal.
Right.
So that's what I was expecting. But what I got was enjoy the extra stuff.
And
thank you for the book purchase.
get rid of this tape so I didn't snag on anything.
Biggie Shack.
Hey,
thanks
Biggie.
for joining us, man.
Hello.
Yeah, that was a big boy book.
Man, I'll tell you what, I even thought this when he sent me a book. The man knows how to pack a book.
What is this? He included, looks like, 2 of the what would be the authentic British 2000 AD issues, which, let's see if I get that right. If you know 2000 AD, they're the original publishers of Judge Dredd. Gordon Moriguchi, thank you for joining us, brother. He's another guy from the model kit crowd, the modeling crowd. He's a big supporter of J Hood. Let me tell you that.
Nice.
But yeah, this is definitely cool. Look at this. Some British sci-fi comics on newsprint. It's a real odd size.
Yeah, I was noticing
but,
that.
For comparison's sake. But very cool. I look forward to checking those out.
Yeah. took them out the box for you.
Oh, thanks. All right, so that's the one I bought. He also included Twilight Zone #1, which looks like it could be a Dave McKean cover. Might be wrong, but that's pretty cool. But this was the book that I bought from him. I've been looking for this book on and off for a couple years now. Every once in a while, I'll give a poke around for it on eBay. Batman number 237, the first appearance of I want to say the Spectre, no, the Reaper, Night of the Reaper.
Oh,
One of the classic Neal Adams stories that it's a bit unique in that it introduces a villain rather than kind of focusing on any of the classic villains. Cool red cover, the color just pops. Very cool.
that's nice. And so that's who's this Reaper?
Huh?
Is this the Reaper here?
Yeah, the skeleton looking dude. He
Oh, there's this. Is that a scythe or a sickle?
yeah.
Plus a Batman solo story from the 40s.
Oh yeah, so it's packed full of reprints.
See, I feel like they should do more of that and put an old story in the back of a book, or would that just be too much paper?
Marvel and DC both used to do that a lot. They do it like a 16-page news story, and then followed up with like a 6 to 8 page backup or a reprint from something from the 40s
Okay.
or 50s or whatever. And that's it was good because it gave a lot of filler, a lot of back information about the heroes. We did see the Miles Biggie as an awesome book from Unruly.
Yes.
Todd asks, what's your most prized comic book? It would be it wouldn't be a floppy. I love my floppies, and I got a lot of good ones that I love. But the one that's the most special to me is a hardback of the greatest Batman stories ever told.
Oh, yes.
Where I've carried that around to a lot of comic book conventions over the years, going back to when I was in high school. And I had as many of the Batman artists and writers that I could get sign that book that have work in the book. So I've got I've got autographs from like Dick Sprang and Jerry Robinson and Shelley Maldoff, along with other Bronze Age and Silver Age artists and writers. Those guys were that I mentioned went back to the Golden Age.
What about a comic though? I know it's your most prized book, without a doubt. I mean, I could have answered that one.
My favorite single issue. Tune in on No Good Comics on Tuesday next week. I'll be on there to talk about it.
I could have answered that one too.
X-Men 136.
Yes.
My favorite single comic. But I'm a big fan of The Dark Knight Returns. There's a lot. We could go all day talking about what my favorites are. Holy is right. Hi, Leia. He'd like that Batman issue. All right, let's see here. Okay. So this is it's a book I do my thing. I flip through eBay. My girls for about an hour a night while my girls are taking a bath. I'll flip through eBay just like, okay, just like in order of, ending soonest. So I just have a ticker. You keep rolling, and like every 5 seconds, some auction expires. And I start looking ahead, and I'm like, that's kind of a cool cover. And then I kind of look into it, and I'm like, the price of that cover is it's the value of it seems to be more than what it's getting right now. So I watched it, and I showed it to Coach Vic here because I know he's a fan of this character. And at first I was like, yeah, there's this book. Look at it. Isn't it a cool cover? And I went from that to I'm bidding on this. And then I'm like, I'm lowball bidding. And then I won. And then after the fact, I was like, did I really want that? Or was it just like a spur of the moment kind of buy? And it was. So I asked my pal, Coach Vic, I said, you want to split this with me? And he's like, yeah. So we'll split it. and get it graded and sell it and split the profits.
We have joint custody, but his comic book set is a whole lot better than my 4 books in my bedroom. So he'll stay here.
I thought that cut it.
That reminds me, I need to get a couple more short boxes. I don't know how I can get those without letting my wife know.
Ooh.
I mean, she has an idea of how many comics I have. But if I get 2 more short boxes, how many comics do you have? Like, I just got 3.
So this guy did the wise thing of
Man, this guy.
He just put it between a couple backing boards.
Okay. Hey, you can never be too safe.
So what do we think of the new upcoming movie, The Twilight Batman? I know somebody that's a fan of Twilight.
Look, all right. I love Twilight. I was not looking forward to this at all until I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay. Except for one thing. And I think John's Comics for Kids and I agree on this totally. Shoot him in the face. He has no protection there. Shoot him in the face. That's all I'm saying. So if you're going to make Batman bulletproof, yeah. Shoot him in the face. But other than that, I'm looking forward to it.
I've heard a lot of people rave about the preview that they showed a couple weeks ago. That was the first trailer. Mm-hmm. They've been showing trailers for like a year now. And my feeling about it is I like the car. I'll give it a shot. I'll go watch it. Do I like the casting? No. Do I like the look of the costume? No. Do I like the look of the movie? Yeah, I guess I kind of do.
Hey, it'll be better than Eternals. I'm trying hard to want to like that movie.
Yeah, me too.
I'm trying hard. I keep trying to pump him up like, it's going to be great, James. It's going to be great. It's going to be 2.5 hours. I might have to go with you to see his movie. James, so who's Icarus? Does he know he spells his name wrong? Now, James, who's the black guy again? Did you say he's a white guy? He's a white girl in the comics?
Icarus is a blonde guy.
No, I'm talking about there's another black guy.
There's no blonde guy, though.
Oh, there's no blonde guy.
Is Twilight better than Captain America? I haven't watched enough Twilight to be able to say.
Yes. That's all 4 movies.
See, Gore pays attention. He's been here before. He knows that I'm not the hugest fan of the Marvel Captain America movies.
Ooh.
But anyway, here
you got like a good fro. That's all I'm saying.
So here's the book we bought. Invincible Iron Man #1 variant. This is the stem variant, which is by the same artist that did the super popular variant. I can't remember.
Oh, STEM is his name?
No, STEM is like science.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought that was like science, technology, engineering, and math.
Yep. Actually, they put art in it too. STEAM. It's not just STEM; it's STEAM. So I can get behind art. But I just thought it was a really cool cover. We got it on the low end of the value when I looked up more sold copies. A lot more had sold for more money than we bought it for. So again, it's an investment maybe.
Yeah. Oh, see, notice how when I look at our book, he looks at me like I'm going to like put a big old peanut butter stain across the front of it. You see how he stopped? He's just like, all right, now get your grubby paws off of it. Look, man, these hands are soft as a baby's bottom. They ain't seen a day of hard work in their life.
Okay, so I knew this when I bought this book. I knew this wasn't a comic book guy. I could tell by the other stuff that he was selling. He's selling more tchotchkes and stuff like that. So I was like, it's going to be a risky move. So luckily, this wasn't a book that I was like, I've got to have it in perfect shape. And
is this what you waited on for a while?
No.
I'm sorry.
So Biggie Shacks, he's still in here. Sound off, Biggie. This purchase was inspired by him. He posted a book a few weeks ago on Instagram and basically said, isn't this the Bee's Knees Joe Kubert cover? And nobody argued against him. So I was like, yeah, it is. But I looked it up, and it was kind of an intriguing book. It was the origin story of the Unknown Soldier.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, so first appearance of Sergeant Rock is a pricey book because he's DC's most high profile
military
army guy for DC, army hero. So I was like, but Unknown Soldier is definitely got the coolest look of all of DC's army soldier heroes.
Biggie's here.
Cool. So it's like I should look into either buying that issue that had the origin or the first appearance. So I found this dealer that I'm not sure that he knew exactly what he had. So I was able to get it for an affordable price. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on it, but I wanted just a decent copy. And he was selling 2 books in one lot, and this was the first book, Our Army at War. This is number 169.
I'm really curious about the story because it says Nazi on my back, and
I can finally go to Comichead with a swastika cover, I guess.
I don't know him.
And the other book I got was the first appearance of the Unknown Soldier. So this is Our Army at War, number 168.
So they made a whole series based on the supposed life of the Unknown Soldier?
A lot of short stories. They were more like the 10 to 12 page stories. If I remember right, most of these war comics were shorter and had more than one story in them. I've consumed most of this Joe Kubert stuff in the DC Showcase editions, were a big like phone book. People my age remember what a phone book looks like. Phone book size, just newsprint black and whites. I like those because when you're looking at Joe Kubert artwork, it's just black and white. It's a lot better to kind of pick up on. But yeah, these both came in a just an old crusty poly. So, but yeah.
He's just trying to get rid of some stuff.
Magic Lasso likes the go-go checks.
Go. Oh, okay.
Gore Vidal thinks he's a cool character to follow, and Biggie sums it all up.
Shazam.
Yep. So yeah, looking into it, I almost spent quite a bit more on a nicer copy, but like I said, it wasn't something that I wanted to go and necessarily pay a lot of money for. I just wanted to have a decent reader that was, my standard for this kind of stuff is staples, firm, book relatively flat, all the edges, all good, not a lot of color breaks. But you can see like that corner's got a ding. It's got some ink rub on it. It's a relatively clean copy. It's got a little bit of a tear on the back, but heck, I put it in just in a poly. It'll look better than it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I was happy to get that. The other kind of war comic that I'm after that is harder to track down is Neal Adams' first serious work at DC, which was I think it's Our Army at War 186 or something like that. It's a yellow cover. Just doesn't come around very often. So next we've got, let's see. All right, so now we're getting into the X-Men. So
did you just get rid of a whole bunch of Gemini containers? Or did you just call them up neat?
I cleaned house. So as an X-Men fan, I got mad respect for John's Comics with Kids that got everything back to 94. And I'm working on it, but it hasn't been as big a priority as I really wanted to make it. But one of the things I've done this year is really make sure I'm going after books that I just really want. And so I've got 2 X-Men books here. that they were on my to get list. To me, they're keys. I've got all the X-Men back to 106 and a few issues before that. I've got 94 and 96, I think.
All the way through 300 and something.
600 or 700 or wherever they stopped.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to go back over there and see how many short boxes that
I'm
is.
missing a handful of books in the like 90s where it just got real bad, and I was just like, I'm done. But I find those in dollar bins.
Okay.
So this particular one is not the biggest key, but it's one that always intrigued me, and I've always wanted it since I saw a reference to it in X-Men 138, which was actually the second issue I bought. Yeah, let's give this a quick look. Again, it's a Silver Age book. To me, this is what I consider nice. J Hood grading scale, nice condition. X-Men number 39.
Ooh.
So this is the issue where the X-Men get to shed their black and yellow tunics, and each one gets their own kind of color-coded uniform for the first time. So it was just something, a book that I've always just wanted personally, that I thought it was cool, that they started out in those common uniforms and, eventually worked their way up into getting something more to fit their personalities. I really like the Beast red and blue. I think his kind of, to me, stood out the best.
See at the top under the X.
Yeah.
Nice.
Angel's weak sauce there, but what you gonna do?
Well, I've been watching Omni X-Men here for the last few weeks. What's your opinion on Cyclops?
He's been handled really badly in the last decade. To me, he's always been the heart of the X-Men. I've hated some of the things they've done with him, but Claremont didn't do him any favors either. See, Magic Lasso says, I saw some Bronze Age X-Men on the wall at a comic shop this past weekend, and some came home with some. Nice. Biggie likes that one. New costumes, new thrills. That's right.
Does it say that?
Yeah, right at the top. Magic Lasso's on the Cyclops bandwagon too.
Now, how much does the artist enjoy when they say, "Okay, you're going to take over this series, and you get to give them new uniforms"? That's be like the best thing in the world for an artist, right?
It pretty much happens every time now, unless there's like a fill-in artist. But yeah, every time like they have a big relaunch, or Batman gets a new artist and writer team, they're tweaking his costume.
Like how they made a big deal of that new Spider-Man uniform, their costume that didn't really last.
Yeah, that yellow and blue thing.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm not a Spider-Man purist by any means, but I like that costume.
You need to see who it's from?
Reason. No, I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is another one of those where I saw it referenced in X-Men 138. And I was like, man, that's one I just got to get someday. And both of these, the costume one and this one I'm about to show, I've seen way too many people on Instagram posting these, and I'm like, my mouth's watering. I was like, I got to get this someday. So Haile says, I have faith you'll find some of those X-Men in dollar bins. Crazy on how some people on YouTube find those for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. X-Men number 95. The death of this guy right here. Thunderbird. He lasted with the team all of 3 issues, including Giant Size X-Men 1. And, there's something about the fact that, they killed the guy like right off the bat, and that wasn't something that happened commonly in comics at all, that a hero would die under any circumstances. So I think that's what kind of set the X-Men apart a little bit. The fact that they were willing to kind of take that bold step to make a big, really make the stakes apparent that, everything is life and death. bad things can happen. But yeah, I held out for a long time. I think I got a fairly decent deal, price wise. Didn't have to break the bank. This is the epitome of what I've seen happen this year as an eBay kind of shopper, where back in the first quarter of the year when prices on everything just went through the roof, I couldn't have found this book for double the price I paid for it.
Oh, wow.
And so the hunger for the books, all the new money got spent, and I kind of held out, and I still paid probably double what I paid double what I was hoping to pay, but what I was hoping to pay probably wasn't realistic to begin with. But just like a year and a half ago, this would have been, a $50 book or something like that. But so really happy to have it. I look forward to actually reading it, not in reprint form.
Nice.
Great book, number 95 for $1. $100. I honestly can't remember, but it was in that price range probably.
That extra stuff with it.
Okay. So this is the variant set. I bought not just one variant, but a set of variants.
What are you talking about?
And they threw in Marvel previews for free. Yay.
Yeah, let's talk about the book I'm excited about getting.
Black Panther #1. They would never.
John Ridley's out here writing Batman and Black Panther. Oh, could he be the Black James Tynion? No.
Hey, look, an original idea. King in Black, temporary tattoo. Appropriate, I guess.
That's pretty cool, though.
So, throw that away. So this was.
Throw it away?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, I bought a set of variants because I wanted one of them. And this is a set that went on sale earlier this year. And I really love the book. I think it's going to go places. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I probably spent money that's just going to be down the drain.
Look,
but
I love the book, and it takes me 3 months to read a book to get to the new stuff anyway.
But I saw. I was sitting here innocently painting one night. I was watching an auction, and I'd been following this book, the values of it, or the set on eBay, and somebody put one of these up for bid on an auction, and it caught my eye. And I was like, it's not exactly the one I wanted. I wanted the Virgin. I wanted the Virgin cover.
It's like Virgin.
But he put one up with a trade dress, and I bid on it, and then kind of fell off. And then he added in the Virgin variant, and I was like, I'm in. And I bid again. I don't bid very often. I watch lots of eBay auctions, or not eBay, but YouTube auctions. Man, we're blurry. You're in focus. I'm not.
The camera loves a brother.
So he put the Virgin cover in. I bid it up, and I was like, but I had just seen the set. Originally, these sets were, I think, new. They were going for $250. I was watching them. I was like, I'm gonna watch it. It's either gonna grow or it's gonna dip, and it started dipping. And this one set really dipped hard, and all the other sellers were still had this at like 225. This one dipped well under 200. So I passed on the 2 issues on the YouTube auction to get the 3, and they are A Nice House on the Lake.
Yes, that's the cover. I said I would get that one if I could.
So this is issue 1, the John Gallagher variant.
It's a sweet cover.
So this is the trade dress version. So they did the trade dress. They did, I guess, what they're calling the limited edition. So they sold this was a store exclusive. So they sold, you could either get this or you get the 2 of those in a set, or the only way to get the Virgin was to buy all 3 in a set. So this was the one I was after, the John Gallagher Nice House on the Lake #1 Virgin variant.
It is so cool. Every time I look at it, I find something new on that cover.
Yeah. Like the fact that she's not in water, she's in skulls. But yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like, okay, that book's hot just in general. The issue 1 was hot for a long time. I was like, if they make a movie of this,
that's the poster.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be the cover that is like, that's the expensive one that nobody can find. So I was like, if I ever want to be that guy that has that book, I got to pony up. So I did.
Nice.
So I did all that, and I was like, I'm spent. I still had plenty of money I was sitting on. I was like, I'm just going to sit on this stack of cash and wait.
Couldn't give me an Ultimate Fallout 4.
I didn't have that much. I was like, I'm gonna get some stuff graded. I wanted to just like sit back and say, if a nice deal comes along on a book that I really, really want, I want to have the cash for it. So I'm going to sit on it. And the other books I was after, things like Green Lantern 87, the first appearance of John Stewart. I was like, man, it's been hard to find copies of that in decent shape for any kind of reasonable price. I mean, just find decent copies. Most of them that have been on eBay have been really eaten up with creases and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm going to sit on some of this money, and when one of those comes along, I'll be able to get it. So that's what I did.
Nice. See, that's where you messed up.
What?
But here you go.
What? Oh, what's that?
What about this one?
What about this one?
Supposed to say that's how I spent all my money, and that's what I did. I guess that's what you said. That's my fault. Ooh, I like a black bag. It looks mysterious and ominous.
See you later, Todd. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
So, what could have pulled money out of my pocket that I wasn't willing to spend?
Yeah, I'm curious myself.
I'm curious to see it. This is a book that is like, I'll keep my eye out. I'll get it when I get it, but it's super hard to find in an affordable price. But
hey, use a knife. You got a knife.
this is plastic shopping bag. Trying to figure out if he's added any extra stuff in this or not. It feels heavy. Looks like he might have. So, again, I was just doing my thing, flipping through eBay. I just happened to look at my saved, categories. You can save things that you're looking for, and you can get email notifications. But I turned my notifications off, so I was just going.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Because I get notifications not only for the stuff that I save, but like a vacuum cleaner or a Cuisinart. I'm just like, it's like I do with comics. Because you like this comic. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
I get a lot of, there are a lot of these comics available. And I'm like, that's not the one I said I wanted. And they somehow eBay's algorithm says that they might be something I'm interested in. But yeah, so I was flipping through. What did he throw in? He threw in a Legion of Superheroes number 22, which I've got.
The Quiet Darkness Part 2. Do you have Part 1 too?
Yeah, I've got that whole run. And so I saw this auction for this book I wanted. And it only had 6 minutes left on the auction. And the price on the book was... Oh, here's the other book he threw in. I know IDW did this. The Max.
Yeah, didn't we do a show on the Max?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Hialeah's book?
No, that was Jerk Comics.
Oh.
So I think the auction price is $250. Buy it now, $400. 6 minutes to go. I was like, I'm here. And I was looking at the book. I'm like, it's definitely a fixer-upper, but it's exactly kind of the condition I'm looking for because I don't want to spend 2 arms and 2 legs. And I got that Green Lantern 87.
Nice.
So it's got that one bad kind of color break there and then a lot of dirt. It's really dirty. It's hard to keep these white covers clean. He's got this really packed in this bag pretty tightly. It's got a little bit of water waviness there at the top, some water damage. But so this is the first appearance of, man, that white cover is really doing some damage on our lighting here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. First appearance of John Stewart Green Lantern. Boom.
Nice.
Off my to get list.
I'll just go ahead and put that on the top shelf up there.
Man cave, I was watching for Master Comic 13 from the Golden Age on eBay and got incessant notifications for Master of the Universe.
I'm with you.
Biggie likes that one. Man cave loves it.
It's a good looking
Magic
book.
Lasso loves it. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought I was going to be sitting for a long time waiting for one of these to pop up, and I was the only bidder. I got it for that asking price. And I'm terrible at grading. I think with a clean in the press, it might get a 5.5 or a 6. I'm guessing. I'm just not. It's got this corner up here has got a pretty serious ding. Some of that will press out. Some will clean up. The biggest thing I can't do anything about is going to be that crease. The back of it's fairly clean. So am I going to send it to CGC? No.
No. Or are you going to open up and play with it?
I'm going to read it. Take that tape off. Last thing I need is a tape pull on that one.
You going to keep it?
No. I'll put it in a Mylar when I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he triple boarded it. That's why it was so tight. Back covers, it's got a couple stains. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here with an eraser sometime and kind of noodle at it.
You're not going to send it off to anybody have them work on it?
I would only do that if I graded it. Huh. Biggie, I got it for the asking price, starting bid of $249.99 plus shipping. I honestly thought I'd pay double for that.
Really?
Yeah. But again, that's kind of where the market has really settled down. Where earlier in the year, I couldn't find a copy if I wanted one in this kind of condition. Good Miles replacement.
You can keep that. I'll keep both this Iron Man and my Spider-Man 23 or Miles Morales 23. I'll take those over anything he has.
All right. That's the way it should be.
Sure. Nice.
Well, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Unruly.
Yeah, thank you,
Appreciate
Unruly.
it.
Thank you, Comichead 84, for those little extras in there. Definitely appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a Saturday morning show this week.
Yeah,
It'll be Halloween themed.
it will.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I guess I need to watch the second half of the Long Halloween. I mean, read the second half of the Long Halloween.
You're like the Cliff Notes of comic books. Watch the cartoon instead of reading the books. But thank you, Man Cave. Thanks, Magic Lasso. Thanks for joining us. Like I said, I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks. Where it's like, I got these books coming. I'm going to do the live stream. Can't wait to do it.
And you know, tonight before I go to bed, I'm reading it Super Pro #1.
Nice. There you go.
And then I'm gonna get in trouble with my wife. Why do you keep getting all these packages delivered to the house again? And then you start having them delivered to his job.
If I go back to that dealer, he's probably got 2 and 3 in there. I'm not sure how far that run went, but I know I've seen the other issues. That was the only #1 I've seen in there, though. Good year's grand finale. Alan should dress up like Green Lantern on Saturday. Yeah, I think.
Who knows what Alan's going to dress up as on Saturday?
The Green Lantern episode went over like a ton of bricks. I think Green Lantern is going to be like verboten. Like, I'll talk about my comics. We're not going to mention that movie on my show again, on my channel. Really like that on you know. I'm really interested to go and read that. I still want to pick up that origin issue that you've got too. But yeah, so we've gone more than an hour. I thought we'd be able to keep it to an hour, but yep, hour and 10 minutes.
I still got to drive home.
We all have our crosses to bear.
Taco Bell's on the way.
Here you go. All right, remember, on the J Hood Creative Channel, remind you, keep your priorities straight: faith, then family, then comic books. See you next time, guys.